Good morning, everybody. How you doing today? My name's Andrew.
I'm Mimi.
I'm Megan.
I'm Grandpa.
I'm Petey.
I'm Matt.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Tracy.
And we're some of the Veggie boys.
And girls.
And we'd like to thank you for stopping by. Welcome back, everyone. It's so nice to see you. I am getting my day started off by working my way down to the farm market. We do have a pretty nice day on our hands. It is on the chilly side, and I was watching the weather this morning. In the days that are coming up, we're either expected to get a lot of rain, or a lot of snow. It all depends on how cold it's gonna be. And then after the storm gets here, our temperatures are gonna drop fast, like very fast. So we'll see what happens in the upcoming days. We're either gonna get a lot of rain, or we could be getting a crazy snowstorm. But enough about that. I gotta get the farm market set up. We now have got the farm market all set up. Matt has been working on filling things up. It's a pretty standard morning. It's setting up the farm market. We do it every day. It doesn't get too exciting. Something that has been exciting though is the girls have been working on making cookies, and as you can see, we have a large selection here. Not only have they been working on cookies, but they're also in here working on more nut rolls. Grammy has got a lot of dough and a lot of filling ready to go. Now what are you doing? Oh, slick outside. You're not where you're supposed to be. There's always one that likes to cause issues. On my way down, I saw Dad running skid steer loader, and he's grabbing the last of the silage that we need. That way. Yep. No. Keep walking. Did you let that cow out this morning?
Daniel did.
I haven't even seen Daniel yet. What do you mean Daniel did?
Well, that's why he's in trouble, because he's not here. He left the cow out.
Huh? Makes sense to me. Currently, Dad is working on getting a hold of the farmer who had bred the last 3 cattle for us. We had one more heifer that we were interested in getting bred this year. We didn't think it was going to be able to happen, but she's ready. So hopefully he'll be able to come today or tomorrow, because we'd like to get that taken care of. Now, what did you do back here?
Broke the board.
Like it's brand new.
The cattle are all taken care of, and we just got that little board in the back fixed. So all we have to do with the animals is take care of the chickens, and then they're finished off for the morning. Now, it has been a little bit since I've picked up the camera. I'll show you what we've been working on. In greenhouse number 6, there were a few chickens that we were storing here. We had a little bit of an issue where we had no freezer space. So we finally had some freezer space that opened up, so we're able to get these chickens taken care of. And now that we're done with that, we'll be able to clean up this little area that we have made for the chickens, and it will open up a lot of room in this greenhouse, whether we want to put more calves in here, or we can store some equipment in here, whatever we need to. Now, we only had 22 birds that we needed to butcher, so it didn't take long at all. It's just more of a hassle getting everything out, making the mess, cleaning it all up. Now that we're finished, we can move on to something else. Oh, we've got customers showing up. I don't want to say it's because all of the cookies we have out, but I'm sure some people are picking up cookies. I somehow got very, very distracted. We already got finished with lunch. We had chicken patties, and then after we got finished eating, we've been working here in the back room. There's been a lot going on with cookies, so we've just been sorting stuff and getting things ready for orders. Now, for our afternoon work, we have been all set in different directions. Dad and Matthew at the moment are working on making cookies. They have a few orders that they need to help fill, and that leaves Daniel and I on our own, which we're going to pick up a calf from the local dairy. Now, we were just there the other day picking up a few calves, but this one came a little bit later on. So right now we're looking for a pumpkin bin. That way we can get everything ready to haul it home. Hey, I was looking for you. Where'd you go? I need that pumpkin bin.
You made me walk up this icy hill. Now I gotta go back down it.
I'll drive around.
Slide down it.
Can you believe he gave me a hard time? I didn't make him walk up that hill. He walked up all by himself. I told him I was bringing the truck around. What are you gonna do? The issue with these blue pallets is they're heavy. People are all so tall around here. You ready to go get a calf? Yeah. Wait a minute, are you growing a mustache like me? No. I don't think the farm could handle 2 mustached people. It's not just gonna be Daniel and I, but we have Petey with us. So we're gonna go and get this calf. We almost left without a check. How are we gonna pay the man?
I have no idea.
We could leave you there and then you could work for him, kind of just to pay off our debt.
That works.
We got the calf loaded up. They were working on hauling some manure, so we didn't want to bother them too much. But now that the calf is on the back, we're heading home. How'd you get out? While I'm in greenhouse number 6, I'll go over a few things that we need to work on yet. You remember from one of the previous videos, I was moving some pallets around, but I also had mentioned that these weeds need to be taken care of. We have weeds along the left side of the greenhouse that need to be removed. And then from just having no other place to put them, we still have a few pallets in here. These need to be removed. And then the area where we held all of our chickens at, this needs to be cleaned up, and all these pallets and all of this fencing needs to be removed as well. Fortunately, all this work is in the greenhouse where it is a little nicer to work rather than being outside. And with temperatures dropping down into the single digits next week, it's gonna be a great opportunity to get this fixed. Now we've got a few people working here in the kitchen. Grammy, what have you been working on?
Supper,
What are you making for supper tonight?
salmon patties, fried potatoes, and peas.
Ooh, that sounds really good. And Matthew and Tracy, what have you been working on?
We're making molasses cookies.
Take the dough, form it into balls, roll it in sugar, put it on the tray. Gotta flatten them out a little bit, because if you don't flatten them, they just don't really cook down at all, and they just look like a blob. We also made walnut horns. Ooh, very exciting. I have more of them in the oven going right now.
Then we're gonna do thumbprints.
Which kind of thumbprints? The strawberry or the apricot?
I'm not sure.
There's a guy on the other side of the barn. He's just yelling. I don't know what he'd be yelling for. I found him. Hey, what are you yelling on this side of the barn for? What's going on?
The horses, I gotta get them in.
Oh, okay, now I get it. I'll show you how we do it on this side of the barn. Good job, everybody. Glad you're all here for dinner. Didn't even have to call you home. It's a little different. Not much different, but a little bit. It's probably because it's the left side of the barn, you know. The right side of the barn has no issues. But the left side of the barn, now it's a little different.
Come on, boys, let's go! Time to eat! I don't want to get those two mixed up.
How come all your animals give you such a hard time to come home for dinner? All my animals are in the barn. I don't understand this issue. This must just be a horse person issue or a left side of the barn issue.
Have you ever been on a cruise ship?
Yes, I've been on a cruise ship.
You know the all-you-can-eat buffet?
Do I know? Come on.
I'm telling them to leave the all-you-can-eat buffet and to go into specialty dining, and not all of them want to do it.
That makes sense. That makes sense to me.
And the cows got specialty dining and all-you-can-eat buffet in the same place.
They do kind of have that. Yeah. Well, it's like being on this side of the barn's like a deal. Being on this side of the barn sounds like stress.
If you want to word it that way, I say this side of the barn's got more class.
But on a serious note, how are the horses doing with all the ice?
Not too bad yet. We're watching the storm that's coming up. A little concerned with all the rain we're getting. We're probably gonna have to keep them in. Hopefully we won't have to keep them in after, but if it's really icy, we're probably gonna have to keep them in for longer than we should.
That's the problem with the barn being on top of the hill. We have the same issue with our cattle. Everything is sloped down, and we're expecting all day rain, and then temperatures are gonna drop, like very, very cold around here. So we're worried these hills are gonna just become ice, and then the left side of the barn and the right side of the barn will have the same issue for once.
That's right. Speaking of, I gotta go, Andy. We'll talk to you later.
Yeah, quit holding me up. I'm trying to work over here. Can you believe this guy? Man, that side of the barn is pretty neat over there. I wonder what it's like. I wish there was video showing me what it was like. I guess I'll have to figure it out one day. See, I'm gonna go through here, but I'm not gonna get stuck. You'll see. Boom. I'm all done with feeding the cattle grain. Daniel was carrying over water buckets for the calves, and he just slipped on the ice and fell. I went over and checked on him. He's okay. We'll check on him again in a minute. Are you okay there?
5, 6, 7,
Oh, he'll answer us after he's done counting.
9, 10, 11. I'm fine.
I told him that you slipped on the ice and we had to come over and pick you up, and you were all sad.
You said you weren't gonna put that part in the video, Andrew.
It is a lot quieter in greenhouse number 6. All of the calves have now got their milk. They've got milk, plenty of bedding, and they also have some grain. Well, that wasn't too exciting, which is kind of the way I like it, except for Daniel falling out. We'll have to watch him. We don't need him falling anymore. Hey everyone, Pete just caught a chicken. We're all very proud of him. And we're done with the animals, so we're heading up into the farm market. We just got the farm market closed up, but some of us are not done working for the night. Megan, Joel, and Gavin are going to be working on making cookies. There's a whole bunch of counter space back here that is going to be filled, and that's just to add to all the cookies that we've had out here. And we had a pretty big stack this morning, and they're almost all gone. So did you work enough today? How do you feel?
Yeah, I worked too much today. I'm in my slow mode now, so I don't want to work too much, but I worked too much today.
Show me what slow mode looks like. Ooh, we got a beautiful sunset on our hands tonight. We have made it up into the house for dinner. Now, we've already discussed it a little bit. Granny's got some potatoes on the stove. She's got peas and carrots. And then we've also got some salmon cakes. Now, I don't know if you guys saw Callie in the last video. She wasn't feeling the best. I remember telling you something about that. She's feeling much better now, right? Can we get excited? But since we are now all out at the dinner table, that means this is where we're going to be ending the video. I would like to thank everyone for watching, and we hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.